Okay, this is literally the fourth time I'm making this video just because people keep coming in the room, knocking and coming in and laying down, all that great stuff. Okay, this week is about discrimination. That's the topic. Of course you knew that was the topic. Why did I say that? I don't know, whatever. It's me, Desi, and it's Tuesday, of course. Anyways, um, I'm going to talk about discrimination not only as an LGBT group or as a whole. I'm also going to talk about discrimination in groups and all that. Not only being a trans man, but also being a female lesbian. I've had my share of discrimination, discrimination against me, and not necessarily in a mean way or necessarily discrimination, but it's embarrassing more. Um, my other video was so much better. Sorry. No editing today either. Anyways, I'm a senior in high school, as you guys know, and being in high school isn't that easy, but it's easier than before. Our generation's more open-minded, more liberal, more accepting than the 1950s to 1980s. But we still have our share of discrimination, which is horrible, I know, but there's a lot of ignorance in the world, just how people grow up, what their parents teach them, um, or just what they've developed during their years, or as when they got older, they've just become shut out and they just don't accept those kind of people. At school, I'm out as a lesbian, but I look way more manly than a lot of lesbians, just because of my qualities and what I do. I'm an athlete. I'm not only an athlete, but I do things, and what I do, my mannerisms, is more manly than. I know that's not all about being trans, but I'm just saying that's who I am, and people kind of discriminate against me for that, because I know there's a lot of lesbians that cut off their hair, and dress like a boy or whatever, but being a trans man, I have a lot of different qualities. I flatten my boobs and everything, and it's just everything as a whole. I've had this story one time I've told, I think, that one time I was walking down in the back of the room. I heard, "Is that a boy or is that a girl?" And then they all started laughing. Then there's this other time that we had a substitute teacher, and he was like, "Sir, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Okay, whatever," because whatever. Then everybody busted out hysterical laughing, including my girlfriend, just laughing. Most of them knew my situation, but they laughed, and it's not necessarily discriminating, but it's embarrassing. Um, but I've had people literally come up to me, ask me if I'm a boy or a girl, and then laugh about it and say, "Why do you dress like that then?" Or people that used to know me when I was girly, "Why did you cut your hair off? Why are you trying to be like a boy? That's blah blah blah. That's not right. You're gonna burn in hell. The Bible's against that. You're gonna alter your body. Do you want to be a boy? Why do you want to be a boy? You're such a pretty girl." And then my friends would talk to their friends and then their friends, and it's like talking behind your back, but not in a nice way. They were just like, I can't believe blah blah blah, and then it's just they're ignorant about it. And when I tell them I'm trans, they freak out, and they're like, one of my friends were like, "But you're a girl, blah blah blah," and they just keep on going and keep on going. It's gotten better, just because of I'm standing up for who I am, but it's still there's still a lot of people out there that don't understand and that take it a different way than they should. Instead of asking nicely and not laughing or pointing, they should have asked me first. Even like Harley said, there's young kids these days that are pointing and laughing. Like I would walk because I wasn't binding that day. I went to Walmart. There was this kid literally pointing at me. He was like 5, pointed at me and talked to his mom. And I'm like, these kids are so small. It just blows my mind. You know what I mean? Um, it just blows my mind how little kids can say mean things to kids. I know as a child, um, I was teased a lot because I was an overweight child, as you guys, I don't know if you know, and I didn't have a lot of friends. When I started developing friends, I broke this tooth here. They made fun of me my whole year until I got into middle school. Middle school got better. I dropped weight and all that, but I was teased always. And for me, being teased for who I am just hit me like real hard. Now I'm used to it. It just hit me really hard. Losing friends is so hard just because of the ignorance and discrimination in the world. Um, you go on the news and you see people getting gay bashed just for walking a certain way, just for talking a certain way, just for holding hands with their boyfriend or girlfriend. You see people, speaking their mind about things and they get bashed. They either get severely hurt or killed, or worse. A lot of kids are discriminated against their own parents. If you guys didn't see Prayers for Bobby, he was discriminated by his own parents for religious reasons. He committed suicide, and that's why we're here on this channel, to help you guys. I know this is very long. I'm sorry. To help you guys out with that. That's why I did it on here too, because the camera doesn't let me only do 3 minutes. Um, Also, not only the LGBT community is with the discrimination. It's also there's different groups in high school, as you know. I know everybody. I know a lot of people. There's only a couple people that told you that discriminated against me. But all right, let me see this. There is these, I don't know who. Whenever you guys graduated from high school, doesn't matter if it was the 80s, 2000s, or 2009, or 2006. It doesn't matter, because you guys always had those groups. You've had the cheerleaders. You've had those always those weird kids. Those weird kids that everybody looks at and points at them, and they fixate their minds on it, and they will make fun of them until they get out of high school, just because they're smarter than you, just because they're quote unquote losers, because they don't have a lot of friends, or because they dress all in black, or because they're poor and they can't afford clothes. It's those kind of things that irritates me about the world, is that they're so close-minded. They're so not only ignorant against those kind of people, but you don't know what people go through. When you discriminate against them, you don't know what they go through. You don't know if the person that you're making fun of, mom died and his dad's dying too, or you don't know if the person that you're laughing at has had the horrible life, he got beat or something. You don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know how hard their life is. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You don't discriminate, and I hate them being like, they're so mentally competent about it. Like, they don't know. And not only discrimination wrong, but it's just it just blows my mind how many people are like that. And sometimes it's not their fault. It's how they were raised with their parents, and how their parents view the world is when their kids view the world. But it's just, you know what I mean. One day I hope, the parents, even though they try to give, you know their kids this way of thinking, hopefully those kids rebel against it. Not rebel against them personally, but as they get older, learn what is right. And not only don't make fun of people or discriminate them just because of what they look like, or what they are, or your religious beliefs. You could be a Catholic or a Christian, strong Christian, and still accept gay people, accept trans people, accept lesbians. You could, or people that are different, quote unquote different. Because you don't just discriminate against somebody that you don't know that has a big life. That's my main thing about discrimination. You don't know what they go through. And that's my views on discrimination. I'm sorry it was so long. I don't know if I got it right on time, but that's just what I think about it. It's just kind of saddening to me. But see you guys next Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, subscribe. Look at other people's, and we have all different opinions. So hopefully you guys are keep on subscribing to the channel, and you guys will see more of us. And just ask me any question, and I'll answer.